on part 3 of this web design tutorial. So it looks like our design is looking pretty good. This is a simple basic design again, so there's not gonna be that much flashy stuff and things like that, but it does what it needs to do basically. Okay, so we have our basic template structure, logo, content. I was thinking we actually add a little detail, a little more to make kind of the template pop. So go to your background group here and make a new layer and actually drag that under your template structure. Okay, so you're gonna go to the brush tool and make sure you reset your brushes. Now select a kind of round brush like this and make the size fairly big. So let's do around the 600s, or maybe a little bit smaller, around 400. Okay, make sure you have your color set to white, and now you're gonna make one stroke kind of right above the template. Okay, and depending on what you can even add your logo up here, or add like a secondary logo or like an advertisement, even a search bar, just use your imagination. So let's go ahead and actually just extend the content so it's the full page. Okay, so go ahead and duplicate some text. Okay, just go ahead and delete that. Okay, and on this tutorial we're just going to be making the front page. I'm going to do some more tutorials that are more in depth, but this is more of a basic just front page design. Okay, so just go ahead and fill your content to the bottom. Okay, so now we're gonna add a basic slider up top here, or actually why don't we just do some, no, let's just do a slider, that'd be easier. Okay, so go ahead and close down all your groups, make a new group called slider. Okay, now you want to go to your background and select your template structure layer and go to select load selection. Okay, now we loaded up our selection here and go to select transform selection. Now you want to make that about the size of the top here, just about. Actually, why don't we just connect the slider with the template like that. Okay, and when you move selections like that, you want to make sure you have the marquee tool selected. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up an image we're going to use for our slider. Go over here. Let's see. Let's just go ahead and we'll use. Yeah, we'll just use this car picture here. Okay, now move your picture to a new window and go back to your original template design. You want to drag your selection into the image you're going to use for your slider. Okay. So this one's a little bit smaller. We're going to need a bigger picture here. Let's just use let me see, maybe this one. No, I think that's the same size. Okay, maybe this one. Okay, I think this one will be good. So move that to a new window and drag your selection in there. Okay, so that fits. We'll go ahead and just select kind of the top of the image here. It's just a filter that we're going to use. Okay. So now you want to drag that into your slider group and actually drag, see, we're going to have to move our template structure above the slider. Okay, there you go. And now you want to add the same drop shadow to the slider as your template structure. So go ahead and right click your template structure and select copy layer style, and then paste that layer style on your slider image. And there we have our drop shadow on the slider. So it makes like the whole template as one, you know. Okay, and now we can add some basic buttons, or why don't we do like a circle? Some basic buttons for a slider navigation. So why don't we do them off to the side here? Okay. Just cover that black spot up. Okay, now you want to make a new layer and fill that with the color you want your buttons to be. So why don't we do a different color rather than the same as the navigation bar. We'll do a blue. Okay. Now double click that and put a gradient overlay on that as well. Okay. And you can even put a small slight drop shadow. So just lower the opacity a little bit. Okay. And now why don't we make the button a little bit better. We're just going to delete the center of the button. Go ahead and grab the elliptical marquee tool and make a small circular selection inside the button. Okay, now press the backspace button. Oh, see, that's where our little black spot was. Okay. And now you can go ahead and duplicate that as many times you need it. Okay. Just some simple buttons. And actually, why don't we just fix up the footer here. Earlier we set actually the space to -50. You want to set that to 0 at the footer, and make sure on your content text as well. So just set that to 0, and we can even maybe move the footer to the right like this. Actually, why don't we just grab a copyright symbol as well. Okay. Now paste that after the copyright. And on the left of the footer here, we can actually add a little arrow to spice up the design a little bit. Actually, I mean, it's not really needed. You could actually just add a shape or something, of your logo or something like that. Maybe it's a sub footer. Just whatever you decide. Here, I'm just gonna add a. When a sore throat strikes, Jesus. Okay, sorry about that. It's my other computer. So just go ahead and make a circular selection, and now go to rasterize vector mask. Okay, so I just added a simple little circle just to spice up the design. We can even change, make the font color in the footer rather gray than white. Okay. And there you have our template. Not too bad. And you can kind of just add a couple things here and there to make it a little better. See, it's not completely perfect. I didn't really align everything 100%, but this is more of a basic guideline. So, but yeah, if you have any suggestions, comments, or anything like that, just leave a comment on my channel or on the video. Make sure you subscribe. And I actually have all my videos on photoshopvid.com. You can find the description or the link in the description of this video. But okay, thanks for watching.